Hi, welcome to Press Play Picture House. I'm just playing with this Playmobil Velociraptors set because I'm drawing some inspiration to write a Velociraptor song. And I find this set very interesting because the Velociraptor was made very famous and very popular by the Jurassic Park movies. And on the movies they had a very scary reptilian appearance, and they were bigger than a human. They were also highly intelligent and able to organise hunts in packs, carefully constructing moves to fool their prey or their victims. All of the characteristics of Velociraptors in the Jurassic Park universe are actually very different to most of the accepted theories on Velociraptors by paleontologists, and that is why I find this Playmobil set very interesting. The fossil records of Velociraptor suggest they were only about 3 foot tall and 6 foot long, and that was a fully grown Velociraptor, and most of the length was in the tail. Let's say this was a female paleontologist about 5'5" high. That would make this a pretty accurate representation of human to Velociraptor size. Being 6 foot long and 3 foot high, the Velociraptor might be even a little bit too big. Velociraptors were more bird-like and covered in feathers rather than lizard-like and covered in scales as in the Jurassic Park movies. The popularity of Jurassic Park has made Velociraptors so popular, which is probably the reason why Playmobil actually made a Velociraptor set. But the cool thing is, they've made subtle hints in the set to both appeal to those who prefer the Jurassic Park universe view of Velociraptors and the paleontologists' view of Velociraptors. So for example, the Velociraptors on Jurassic Park had a scaly reptilian skin, and you could argue that these splotches are scales, but you could also argue that they're feathers. It's like Playmobil have tried to satisfy both camps. Dr. Grant, of course, alluded to the fact that dinosaurs reminded him of birds. The strangely placed 13-year-old boy who just happened to be out on the fossil site referred to the Velociraptor as a big turkey, and he was actually pretty much on the mark before Dr. Grant gave him his reptilian glare and put him in his place. Jurassic Park suggests that Velociraptors hunt in packs, but the fossils show no evidence of this. One fossil specimen has a Triceratops and Velociraptor engaged in battle. A sandstorm came up and buried them alive. The site suggests that the Velociraptor had acted alone and wasn't hunting in a pack. There is, of course, no evidence to suggest that they didn't, but on this occasion, probably not. The fossil also suggests there's no reason to think the Velociraptor had the upper hand on the Triceratops. Dr. Grant was digging up his fossils in Montana in the United States. The only Velociraptor skeletons that have ever been dug up are in Central Asia in Mongolia. This is why I believe Playmobil have placed this bamboo forest to subtly say to Jurassic Park, we know that the Velociraptor comes from Asia. Another part of the Jurassic Park mythology is the highly intelligent nature of Velociraptors. Although Velociraptors have a slightly higher brain-to-body ratio than most dinosaurs, they were probably only as smart as one of those turkeys mentioned earlier. There is a dinosaur that does have most of the characteristics of the Jurassic World Velociraptor, and that is Deinonychus, which was actually 6 feet tall and 12 feet long with the tail. If we bring our female paleontologists back again, we can see that they are pretty much to scale, the Deinonychus and our paleontologists, which are pretty close to the dimensions used in the Jurassic Park movies. Deinonychus was also from North America, and there is some evidence in some of their fossil records that they may have hunted in packs. and had the 6-inch claw rather than the 3-inch claw that the Velociraptor actually had. At first glance, it's kind of curious that a Deinonychus, which is also a raptor, is in a Velociraptor set. But I think this is Playmobil saying to Jurassic Park, hey, we love your movie, but we know the truth about Velociraptors, that you modelled it on Deinonychus. So we're going to make a set which celebrates that fact. Something worth noting is that in Jurassic World, the scientists made comment that the dinosaurs would look very different if they hadn't used the DNA to fill in the gaps. You could argue that the Jurassic World dinosaurs are different from the paleontologist fossil-based dinosaurs for this very reason. Regardless, both all the Jurassic movies and this Playmobil set are very fun to watch and play with. So the question is, when writing my Velociraptor song, do I use the scary reptilian version of Velociraptor or the paleontologist bird-like feather-covered Velociraptor? The most important thing to me is that the song's very catchy. I'll probably use a little bit of both angles. I hope you can tune in to have a listen to the Velociraptor song, which I shall post very soon. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to Press Play Picture House. Click on the links for more videos. See you next time.